Hi, I'm Sharon Landon, and welcome back to Old Asian Lady. Today, my guest is Kurt Kaminaka, otherwise known as KK. He is from Honolulu, Hawaii. He is a writer, composer, musician, filmmaker, actor, sculptor, and entrepreneur. He considers himself a free-spirited artist, always seeking to create new experiences. We chat about his decision to leave the family business to follow his own passion. He shares the ups and downs of the music industry, leading him to pursue other interests in other cities, but always coming back to Hawaii and to music. His latest project is his fourth film. It's dear to his heart and a tribute to his son Chase. If This Is Goodbye was a song written by Chase before he passed away in 2024 at the age of 27. Grieving comes in many different forms, and this film honors Chase's memories by telling his story in the hopes of helping others. KK, thank you so much for agreeing to chat with me today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, anytime.
I actually wanted to just start off with you telling a little bit about your background.
Well, I was born in Hawaii not too long ago.
I can say that too.
And I lived basically my whole life here. They call us, I guess you would say, Sansei, third generation Japanese. Yeah, my grandfather came here, and then my father must be quite a successful businessman, and taught me some of the ropes. And then, but I didn't listen. We can get more into that later.
Yeah. The thing about Hawaii is that there are a lot of Japanese that come. Now, when you're a Sansei, that's you're born here, but that means your grandparents moved to Hawaii from Japan.
Right.
And were they already, pretty well off when they moved over? It was kind of...
He just came here and actually worked in the plantations as a gardener.
Okay.
For one of the estates. It was a big estate, and he was one of the gardeners there.
Interesting. And you said that your family ended up making some money. Was it through your grandfather or your father?
My father, he took some risks. It was during the war, and he used to sell some used Jeeps to people in Brazil.
You used what?
Used Jeeps.
Jeeps?
Yeah.
My goodness, yeah.
And he would fix them up, and he would sell them to somebody in Brazil.
But how did he get the Jeeps? I mean, were they army Jeeps?
Yeah, army Jeeps.
Remember things?
Army Jeeps. Everybody could get a surplus Jeep, and he would go around and ask his friends if he could get their Jeeps. He would pay them a little bit. He would fix it up, and he would make money selling it in Brazil.
Well, entrepreneurship, comes in all kinds of forms and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So for you said that your mom, is she also Japanese?
Yeah. My mom was born in, I believe, is a big island. She was born in another island, and she came here. And she met my father and made me.
Are you the only child?
I am the only child.
Okay.
Which is good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, was it just because that's all they wanted, or they weren't able to have more kids? Because usually Asian families like bigger families, especially when in that generation, which is a little bit...
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom, after she had me, she couldn't have any children.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
that's what happened.
Right. All right. So it was a good thing you said and a bad thing that you were the only child. Why was that?
Well, it was good because I didn't have to share. But it was bad because, it would be fun to have a brother, sister.
Yeah.
So my mom would ask me, hey, do you want a brother or a sister? I said, yeah, older brother. So that was kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
I think they brought me up with good values, and especially my dad. He didn't teach me the value of $1. He taught me the value of a quarter.
Okay. Explain that. What do you mean?
I mean, like, he was very frugal and thrifty, and he had a hard time spending money, even though he was amassing, quite a bit. And that came down, trickled down to me.
Yeah, that's really interesting because, like, for example, I'm based in Taiwan, as you know, and, in China and Taiwan, there's a lot of the issues with the war thing that happened, except for my oldest sister, who was born when our family had money, always kind of grew up, very frugal, poor. My mom had to, make money, basically. So she would do noodle cards, or she would do things like that to make money. But nowadays, I feel that my sister, she's really still very frugal. They have a house, they have cars, they have, investment and things like that. But she still pays attention to what she spends money on. And her daughters they don't understand. They don't understand the mentality of their generation when you don't have much of stuff. Talking about yourself, you still pay attention to money, but you spend quite a lot of money at times too.
Well, I'm trying to learn to do that. It's not easy, but I guess it's a good problem to have. But,
if you have enough money and you can do whatever you want, rather than if you don't have any money at all to be able to spend. You grew up here. Did you go to Punahou or Kinley, or where did you go to school?
I went to Heavenly Bird High, which is Iolani.
Iolani. Oh, but Iolani, does that mean that you have to be part Hawaiian?
No, that's Kamehameha.
Okay.
Iolani, Punahou, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh, you went to Iolani. That's not cheap. But what were you studying, or what was your interest during that time?
Music.
It was always music. Since when?
I would say since I was 9 years old.
Okay, interesting. And how did that start? You just had decided that you sing, you play, Well,
what happened was my parents won I think it was an organ from a state fair, and along with it came 2 weeks of free lessons. Oh. So I was diddling around, and they said, "Hey, why don't we give it to Kurt?" So there was this history. I took some lessons, and at 11 years old, I was actually on the TV commercial for Baldwin organs and pianos.
Oh, really? Well, so you took the lessons, or did you also teach yourself, or you mostly just took lessons and you just went from there?
I still took lessons, but a lot of it afterwards was teaching myself.
Okay, so Baldwin thought that you must have represented them quite well. Were you playing on their pianos?
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah. So, what did your parents think about that? Because a lot of times, Asian parents, they don't necessarily like their kids to be musician or playing. I grew up playing piano, and I grew up learning how to do the guitar, but it wasn't my what I studied in school, or it wasn't anything like that. So,
well, my mom and dad, they liked me, to learn a lot of different things, and I think they thought it was just going to be a childhood thing, but
yeah,
that was not to be.
So, you continue playing music. At what point did they say, KK, are you going to be doing something with your life? Or did they ever do that?
Well, I tried really hard, being the only child, my dad having a successful auto parts business. Naturally, he would want his son to take over. So I tried. I gave it my best effort. But that was not to be. I remember I would go into my office and, oh boy, I would lie down on the ground and just take a nap. Then I would, it just didn't interest me enough. So yeah, we had my dad and I, we had a little bit of friction because of that. But
A lot of pressure because you were the only son.
yeah. But I gotta admit, he was understanding, not in the beginning, maybe toward many years later.
Oh, okay. So what are you talking about? Like after college? Did you go to college?
Oh yeah, I went to college. I was so into music that I actually accelerated. I accelerated the 4-year business degree into 22 months. So I got out in less than 2 years. I didn't major in music because they wouldn't let you do a double major, and music would take too long. Music is very difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very intense. So I decided to take the easy route. I just took some business courses, got my management degree, and then fulfilled my obligations, my parents.
Yeah.
And then I was free to pursue my music.
And so you played music. I mean, what else did you do besides piano? All the way.
Well, good question. I started with the organ, then I got into cam and all the keyboards in general, synthesizers and all of that. And then I started, hey, maybe I can sing a little bit. So I started singing background. Then I started singing a little bit lead vocals. But there was this one band that I actually learned how to play trumpet and valve trombone at the same time with keyboards. So I always,
What do you mean? Oh, you were playing it while you were...
I could play it with one hand
Uh-huh.
while I'm playing the keyboard.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so, and then eventually, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but eventually I thought, it's kind of nice playing other people's music, but I wanted to do some original. And that's what changed the whole course of my career, I guess.
Really? So what do you mean? Can you explain that?
I was playing with some top musicians, top bands, and then, but it's all either backup or cover music. Then one day I decided that I'm gonna do the original thing, and I flew to Japan, tried to promote myself, and then I flew to San Francisco, and I chose San Francisco, Oakland actually.
Okay, Oakland.
Yeah, because in Japan they wanted me to sing Japanese, and I didn't want to do that. I was more into the R&B, rhythm and blues, and the jazz and the soul music. So I ended up landing in Oakland and playing in bands there.
Was Oakland the scene for the blues and all that kind of stuff at the time?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Oakland has a very high population of soul brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So I ended up playing in a band. I was the only Asian person in it.
Wow.
We did have a white drummer, or a Caucasian drummer. It's kind of funny. But everybody else was, soul sisters and soul brothers, and they rubbed off on me, and I just rubbed off on them, and we just had a good time.
Yeah, so what was it like, though, going from the Hawaii scene, the band scene, and playing, and then going to mainland U.S.? In Oakland, you said the demographics are not Asian, not necessarily, but was it easy to get into a band? I mean, your talent was so awesome that you were able to get in right away, or that you had to pay the dues?
I must have been okay, because I made every audition that I went to, I made. And then eventually I decided to just come back home. And
how long did you stay in Oakland?
I think about 3 years.
3 years. And was Oakland the first place that you lived outside of Honolulu?
Yes.
Okay. And then you came back because...
I don't know why I came back, but I think I was... oh, you know what? I think I came back because I wanted to try the East Coast, but I came back to refuel.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to New York for about a year.
Wow. From the West Coast to the East Coast, that's interesting. Quite different in terms of demographics, but also the styles. So was New York something that you imagined it always to be? And did you enjoy your time there?
I loved it.
Really?
I fell in love with New York. I went to my first Broadway musical there. I remember a chorus line, and I said, one day I want to be up there playing too.
Wow.
Yeah. But that wasn't meant to be. I ended up coming back again home. And then I got married.
Okay, you got married? Mm-hmm. Did you met her here or in New York? Or?
Oh, no, I met her here. And actually, we didn't get married here.
Okay.
That's when I went to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, okay.
And we stayed there, I think, for 2 years and got married there.
Oh, one of those Vegas things at the chapel or something like that.
Yeah, we had 100 people come up.
Oh, so people came out from Hawaii. Yeah. Oh, Las Vegas. How did you like living there? I mean,
But it was Las Vegas is a whole new world. I liked it because I actually didn't go there for music, right? Because I went there to get away from music because music was not going where I wanted it to go. So Las Vegas is where you go to disappear, to think. So what I did was I learned the games. I learned how to deal blackjack. I learned how to deal dice. I learned how to craps. I learned how to roulette, and I dealt. And I started off at the El Cortez, which is, it was not upscale, but it was paid reversal. Then I got to open Texas Station, and then eventually Monte Carlo on the Strip.
Monte Carlo. Wow.
I was expecting my first child. So we came back. We thought, Hawaii would be a better place to raise Chase,
Yeah.
my son,
Yeah.
than Vegas. So we came back, and he was supposed to be. Not said he wasn't going to give birth for 3 months, but when we touched ground here, 2 weeks, he was premature. You couldn't wait to come up.
So you mentioned that you went to Vegas because you wanted to kind of get a little bit away from music because it wasn't going the way that you wanted. In what way? What do you mean?
Well, it was because I was doing cover material. Actually, it was during the transition of going from cover material to original stuff. It wasn't really panning out to where I wanted to go, so I went there. When I came back, I rekindled the fire, and I actually recorded 4 CDs worth of original music.
Original music. Okay. So you were writing them, you were singing them, and you were producing them?
Well, I wrote them, composed, I sang them, wrote the lyrics, and then I went to a producer to help me arrange and get the music on vinyl, on CD.
And did that kind of, you were married during that time too? Yes. Or did that, doing those albums, did that kind of make you feel that it was what you meant to do? Or did it feel good at the height?
It felt fantastic. It's just that I guess it didn't market as well as I was hoping, and that's why I thought, well, maybe I'll just go now and get that.
I often wonder because I know that you're an artist basically. So you sing, you play music, you also compose, you write your own thing. And was music? And then you mentioned you were in commercials. And did you do something else? In terms of your artistic journey and what you've done, because you're very creative, I know. But what else did you do besides music?
Well, good question, because that's what happened when I got married. And I decided to be dad. The creative forces were calling to me. calling to me. So what I did was I always wanted to be a visual arts
Okay.
because music is performance, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I walked into Home Depot and I look at what kind of material I'm going to work with, right? So I don't know why, but I got enamored by the copper tubing and pipes. And so I bought all of that stuff, my welding gear, and I made, I think, about 50 sculptures in a period of 6 months, I think. Yeah. And I sold in 3 galleries just to make sure that I didn't look like a frustrated plumber, right? 'Cause, so, and then, yeah, I sold in 3 galleries and then that's it. You know what? I like doing this, but it's a delayed gratification. In other words, in music, you finish the song, people applaud. When people buy your CDs, you can thank them. In the art gallery business, my copper sculptures were sold, but the owners of the gallery did not want me to know who purchased them because then they miss out on the 50% commission.
Oh, right. Okay.
50% commission. So I never knew. I could never thank.
Is that a normal 50%, or is it because you were a new artist?
I think that's normal for all artists unless you a big artist, and then you make it, and then you can call your own you can call your own shots, and open up your own gallery.
How long did you do that, and did you get tired of doing that, or what?
Yeah, after a while, I thought, yeah, maybe I should go back into the performance arts. It was gratifying to a certain point. So I went back and I slowly rekindled my love for music, and that happened when I was looking at a Facebook friend of mine posted a round circular keyboard, and I looked at it and I said, "That's my next keyboard." So I tracked down the makers, the manufacturers, and I made a deal with them. And I said, and I got all excited. And I asked them, by the way, when my keyboard is made, how many are they going to be in the world? I thought they're going to say like 200, 300, They said 2. Oh. My keyboard was the second one in the world.
Wow.
Right. It's 264 keys, 3 grand pianos in a circle. And you go in the middle and you play from the center.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to post the picture with that so people can see, because so to this day there's only 2.
Well, right now, nope. Now there's about 9.
Oh, 9. Oh, so people have to actually request it to be made specifically.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and so that rekindled your passion for music again, just seeing that different instrument, I guess.
Yeah, it was my muse. So then I could, that made me think, what can I do with this? And the first thing that came to mind was to, actually it was I used to have aerialists rehearse at my house. They would climb up and down, and then they saw the circle keys. They said, "Hey, let's do a show." So I ended up saying, why not? So I was the musical conductor, the musician, and the composer they would go up and do their thing, and I would compose music for them. And we did good. We sold out 4 nights. So we had about 500 people come through seeing us.
Wow, that's interesting. So was that the first time that aside from your own music, because you used to try to promote yourself in that way, but now you're promoting a show, really, which is dealing with aerialists, and so they dance to the music that you write and play. Mm-hmm. Wow. And so did you move beyond that in terms of producing other shows or doing?
No, but the second thing we did, I did, actually. It was a different kind of show, though. Mm-hmm. It was I got this one gal who I think is the best female vocalist and keyboard on the island. and we did my original duets. So just picture two of us in the middle with wireless headphones. We playing and moving and dancing and singing. It was cool.
The keyboard that you had and you performed with it, and it was only the one out of two at the time. But I wonder if other people that had bought the one before, it was just a collectible thing, if they actually performed with it like you did.
Oh yeah, the first one was purchased by Lady Gaga's keyboards. Whoa. And it was actually on one of the Super Bowls that she played halftime. Oh. And there was a close-up. There was a 1 second close-up on it. You know?
Oh, is that where you saw it then?
No, I saw it on Facebook. But that was the second time I saw it. Maybe I don't know.
And so how does it work? Because you said it had how many keys, but you have to program it. Is it electric? Is it?
It's technically a computer controller.
How do you program it? Or yeah, how does it work? The ring, because it's like one circle.
Yeah, if you program it in any way that you like, but you would have to remember how you programmed it, because it can be layered, and every key can be actually a whole song. It could put voices on it, so it can be so complicated you can't remember what you did. So you only can program it to what you can remember what you did, and then you can do anything. It's very versatile.
If there's like two people, because you said there was another lady that was playing with you.
Yeah.
Is it like the half of the keyboards is exactly the same range, and then the other half is also the same, so you guys are able to, tandemly play it?
We can do that or not. We can cut up the keyboards into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different sessions.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So it can get very complicated, but we do it so that you can get enough versatility, but not make it too complicated.
Do you consider yourself an artist primarily, or an entrepreneur? Because you do have other businesses that you deal with. You have, how do you define yourself in terms of your career?
I was lucky. I think throughout my whole career in the arts, I was also doing real estate. So the real estate would pay the bills. The knowledge would actually expand into getting more funds to do my projects while I was doing the art. So it was back and forth, and I grew. The business grew, and hopefully the art kept me interested and kept me going. Because
I find out that it seems like artistic people, or one of my friends calls herself, she's a artistic creative or something like that. And she actually is sort of like you. She's really passionate about art and all the things that come with it. So she acts, she sings, she plays, she paints. She does all of that. And you've already mentioned that you sing, you play, you compose, you sculpt. Where does the creativity come from? Have you ever thought about that? You just out of the blue think of something, or you want to do, or?
I think it comes from all the experiences that I experienced, and it goes into my mind, and during the night it incubates and it gets it processes, and then something could jog my creativity just by seeing something. It might not even be related,
right?
But it just happens, and then it's gotta happen when I have energy. So I always try to eat healthy so that I can have the energy, try to get enough sleep, do the exercise thing, and try to keep healthy, because, without the energy, without the health, there's no creativity.
Oh, that's interesting. So, because we're older now, right? And so eating healthy and doing that kind of stuff, did it come with that? And was it something of necessity, or you always actually ate quite healthy from the beginning?
Yes.
You're not a vegetarian. Oh, you're kind of a vegetarian.
Well, okay, what happened was when I was 19,
Okay.
my girlfriend and my best friend, musician friend at the time, they both were vegetarians. So they dared me into becoming one. I said, no problem. I can go eat. They said, okay, just go one day without eating meat, And I tried and, I couldn't. So they said, try again. And this time I did. And then they said, well, what about 2 days? Try a week. So I made it to a week. And then after that, I started liking it. So, since then I've become a vegetarian. And sometimes I try to be vegan. And that's lit, just once I go to a party, there's nothing really to eat. So yeah, I'll eat a little bit of the other stuff. I'm not a vegan snob, but I try to eat healthy, and I'm thankful that it started so young, at a young age.
Yeah, 19 you started experimenting. See, this is a thing for me, is that I've, played around with trying to be a vegetarian, and I've actually cut down a lot on my red meats and things like that, but I just haven't been able to take that step yet. But for you, did it, and I know people say that it has, but you actually feel different when you're not eating meats.
Yeah.
Or feel...
I think my vital signs, so my doctor, he's giving me the thumbs up. So it must be doing something well. And I have the energy. And I don't have any meds. I just take herbal supplements. So I think it must be working.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for I'm still working towards that. And actually, I should probably try that, kind of like do the 1 day maybe, and then, 1 day is not a problem for me, but I think it's just maintaining it for a period of time. And I think having the mindset, maybe.
Nowadays, it's easier than ever because, they got vegan, plant-based meats,
That's true.
Really, it's much easier now than back then.
Yeah, you can fake yourself out. What inspires you?
What inspires me is something new. Something I've never seen before.
Okay.
Something I've never heard before. Something that I've never tasted before. Something weird, Something
Different.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Just and I don't know. It's just it keeps me fresh. I don't like to do the SOS, the same old,
Same old shit. Part of your creativity, I mean, it just really amazes me, the things that you've done, because I've listened to your music, the songs that you've sang, and then you've also done sculpture, the artistic stuff. You've traveled a lot, and you've also done your movies. Now, when you went into that mode, what was the thinking? Was it inspiration that, it's something I've not done before, so this is something I'd like to do?
That's a good question. So let me go back a little bit. Remember I told you that when I got the Circle Keys, the first thing I did was we had the aerialist show. The second thing I did was the concert with the lady.
Yeah.
And, 3 is a charm. So the third thing, this is how it happened. During that time, a director friend of mine was casting me in small little parts. And that's kind of fun. So then naturally, the third thing, the light bulb went on. I said, let's make a movie. Okay. So I went to him. I said, hey, can you help me? And so we ended up making a short. It was 16 minutes long. It was called Tales of the Circle Keys.
Okay.
Tales of the Circle
Key. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I wrote it, and I I was the lead actor, and it was fun. A lot of work, but it was fun. And I rented a theater, had 100 people of my friends, and the actors come out and look at it, and they liked it so much. They said, "Hey, you got to do some more." And then I thought that was going to be it, right? But one day, the incubation just sparked something, and I said, "Oh, I know what I can do to stretch it out." So a couple of years later, I have a 102-minute feature film, Tales of the Circle Keys.
Wow, really?
Yes, 16 minutes to 102 minutes.
Oh, wow. That was an inspiration for that movie now. And that's not the only movie that you've done.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I thought that was going to be it. But something happened. Mine got sparked with the creativity juice. And I had something to say. That's what I want to say. I got to say this. If I don't have something to say, if there's not a message or messages within the movie, I don't need to make movies.
Right.
You know? So, Tales of the Circle Keys, the message was, is the world ready for an Asian rock star? And there are other messages. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it if you want to know the other messages. Cool. So this one, another message that I always been saying to people, along the way. So so the second movie was, I wrote it. I said, it was, and then it just kind of flowed, because it's called The Perfect Illusion, and the whole synopsis of it is, your reality and my reality. It's two different realities.
Yes, yes.
There's no one reality. So we're all really living our own illusions of reality. Yeah. So since we're just doing that, we might as well make it a perfect illusion. And that's the title of the second movie.
Okay, interesting, because the word reality and illusion are not, are opposites, And then when you're talking about the illusion part of it, remember when the Matrix movie came out and people thought that it was their reality, but it's actually an illusion of what they were. So that's almost the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's along the same lines.
Along the same lines.
Yeah. I mean, your mind is going to believe what it wants to believe. So if you make it a perfect illusion, just keep striving for it.
Yeah.
And living in that perfect world, why not? It's your reality.
Yeah.
It's not somebody else's. You don't really care what other people are thinking, because then they own you. You don't care what other people think. You just live in your own world. Like every day, even now, I live in my own movie. Right here is this interview is a movie in my head.
Yeah.
It might come out later on in another inspiration, in another way.
Right. So this is a thing then. You're saying that if you're within that reality, which is your own reality, your own perfect illusion reality, and you're saying other people that are living, that are alongside of you, they're not part of your reality. They have their own reality. So then how do people interact, and how do people coexist?
Easy. If I like them to coexist in my world, I talk to them and I communicate with them. If not, they kind of disappear.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean then. They become part of your reality because you allow them
into my life.
Into your life, yeah. Well, that's an interesting. Then where does the illusion come in then again?
The illusion is because they do not really know what character they play in my life.
Okay.
They know what character I play in their life, but They don't know what they are playing in my world.
Okay, so they could think that they're somebody really great and a best friend to you, but in your concept of it, in your life, they could be totally somebody different.
Sorry?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all up here.
Yeah. So it's more of a fantasy, science fiction type of focus, or?
No, I wouldn't say fiction. It's real. Mm-hmm. It's reality. You can't get too crazy.
Yeah.
But you can adjust it and tweak it so that it's perfect. You know, it's perfect. It's just you relax, you feel fulfilled, you feel content. Maybe not, but you feel energized, you feel inspired, you feel like you go to sleep with a smile, you know?
Yeah.
And you wake up, and when you wake up, I can't wait to get back into
Yeah.
that reality. Sometimes there's not going to be that much people in your world. You know, it's just going to be you, me, and the computer, me and the movie. You know, like right now I'm editing a movie. It's just me, the computer, and the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm having a ball. I'm having a blast. I feel like, you know, I'm looking at the actors again. I'm reliving the experience. I'm going, well, how can I make this more interesting, make it more colorful, you know, give it the wow effect. And I also score the music too, you know, on top of that. So you make it more exciting or happy or funny or sad. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a colorful world that I'm in. It's
Yeah, it's like a bubble. Are you in a bubble?
it's a natural high.
Yeah.
It's a natural high. My bubble, but my bubble can be as big or as small as I like. It's not stuck.
Right.
It's not one size, you know. It expands, it breathes. It breathes. Big and small, tiny.
However you want to make it in,
Yeah.
in your illusion and in your reality.
So after Perfect Illusion, I thought that was it. After every movie, I'm thinking that's it, you know. Because I don't consider myself a movie maker or someone that loves to make movies. I love to get the message out in a very creative way. So if there's nothing to say, there's no movie. I don't know why. The creative bug hit me again, and I started writing, and then, but this time I thought, you know, let's try to get a good crew. And that's how I met Jeff and Or Media, and we started doing Joy and Death. And the message there was, we are all connected.
Yes.
You just got to connect to the right people. But we connected too. Sometimes you're going to connect with people that are going to make you learn, you know. And that's why I create my own Perfect Illusion, because even though, you know, there were some times when I really despised the people in the crew. I thought, well, you know, they were here to teach me. They were teachers, so to speak. So, you know, but now, and then now they disappeared. They're gone, right? They taught me and they're gone.
Right.
So, and then it brought Jeff, a new, fresh crew into being, and I made this movie.
So the Joy and Death movie was about being connected, which is interesting because when we're talking about the Perfect Illusion, it's about everybody in their separate little things, but they can allow people to come in. So this is a little bit more, it's a little bit more about, is it that people need to connect as part of their life, or you can't be in the Perfect Illusion all your own all the time?
Yeah, well, you know, that would be kind of weird if the Perfect Illusion was only you.
Yeah.
You know, in your own, you know, you isolated yourself.
Yeah.
So we're all connected. And I think unless you really make an effort, you're going to have people in your life. I mean, it's hard to just be by yourself.
Yeah.
Although some people are successful. I don't know if they're too happy. But anyway, and you connect with people, and you learn from people, and the ones that you want to keep, you keep. The ones don't, you know, they disappear. And what I wanted to, the other message in this movie was the unexpectedness, the randomness of running into people. We're all connected.
Yeah.
But you just never know how
Exactly.
you're going to run into them or how you're going to connect with them. You don't know why. You don't know where, but it's just going to happen. So we're all connected. So, you know, there's a lot of people you and I going to meet that we have not met yet. That's going to enlighten us, make us very happy, maybe make us a little sad, but, you know, we're all connected, and they're just doing their own thing now. But, you know, they're coming. They're coming into our lives.
Yeah, it's like people come into your lives and then they go. Is really, yeah. I mean, I always feel that there's never any coincidences or accidents in life. I mean, everything that happens in our lives is for a reason. Like you mentioned, sometimes people come into your life to teach you a lesson. And did you learn something from that? If you didn't learn something from that, then other people are going to come into your lives, and until you learn. You talked about energy. There's energy all around us. Plants have energy, furniture have energy, all of that kind of stuff have energy. Or maybe like ETs, or maybe things like that, where it's not always explainable, but you accept it.
I can just say in one word, I'm open-minded and free-spirited, and try to just make all the right decisions. I just follow the joy. I use my creativity, my imagination, energy, chance happenings, good or badness, everything to influence me and know which way to go to follow the joy. So without joy, there's no sense of living, actually.
That is actually totally so important, because if you ever heard about in acting, also there's like an emotional timeline. In reality, there's an emotional timeline where this end is really very negative, dark stuff, and this end is a joy. And so for people to and in the middle, there's a big old spectrum in the middle, but yeah, follow the joy. Follow the joy. You never can go wrong, really, honestly. So then you finish The Joy of Death, and you're working on, that was also the last one.
I thought that was going to be the last one until, I don't know, do you want to speak about what happened?
So you were working on this project that I was lucky to be part of, and
actually,
this was a inspiration.
Actually, the incident that we're going to speak about happened while I was just finishing up Joy and Death. I was just going to read it. It happened just before I released it, and what we're talking about was you
mentioned your son.
My son Chase, a very bright boy. He went to Punahou. He was so articulate, and I was so overjoyed that he decided to become a musician. In not keyboards, he wanted to. He picked up the guitar. Actually, he was at 12 years old. He was juggling. He was my juggler friend, my professional juggler friend taught him about juggling. He was fabulous at 12, and at 14, he was 5th in the state in tennis.
Wow.
But to get that good, you have to play 7 days a week, and he got burnt out. So at 14, he picked up the guitar. And I was so overjoyed, and that's a little late to pick up the guitar.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't start as early as you did.
No, but he...
when he was little, did you always have music? He was always around music.
Yeah, I tried to get him to learn keyboards at 4 or 5 years old, but he wasn't interested. He wasn't ready. So... at 14, he excelled. He was playing in Manoa Ballet Theater and other theaters with adults. He was the only student playing with all the adults. It was that good. And then he got accepted into a new school in New York City, which only accepts 75 students in the whole world.
Right.
There's 190 countries.
Yeah.
And they only accepted 75. So it's like, 1/3 a country, and this, 350 million in the United States alone. So it's an accomplishment just to get in. So he got in, and but I don't know, maybe it might have been too much of a jump, because going from Honolulu to New York City, and anyway, he went through the first semester fine. The second semester, he got very depressed, and he couldn't finish. Medical science, even though it's going at an accelerating rate right now, exponential rate, they still didn't get what was ailing him. They couldn't cure him. They couldn't get him stable enough.
So how long of a period was he in this state?
For at least, I would say, almost 10 years.
10 years? Wow, that's a long. Yeah, and you guys, you said it sounds like you guys had tried a lot of different things to help him.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't help. So, got worse until one day, he took his own life. And that just, I fell apart. I didn't know what to do. My only son, my only child. So, life all of a sudden didn't have much meaning anymore. It's so I was just floating, and I just said, I got to do something. So I was just trying to get out of my funk, and I think my creativity saved me,
Okay.
because I said, let's make a movie about Chase, based on Chase's life, to honor his legacy. And because I got a message now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
What's that?
the message is, you got to live for the day, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And life, well, can be full of bliss. It can be serene, serendipitous, but it also can be bizarre. It can be shocking
Yeah.
and fiercely unpredictable. That's the message. And got to be ready. And if there's only one thing that you have to be ready for, it's just one word, and that is change.
Change.
Change. If you can be ready for change, because it's happening every day to your life, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a big one there.
Yeah.
If you can somehow adapt
Yeah.
to the change,
Then
then
you grow a little bit, right?
you grow a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so change is the key word, and the key asset that I feel everybody needs is adaptability. In this day and age, progress is going so quickly.
Yeah.
The world is going so quickly. I mean, if you knew, you would be dizzy now. It's going so quickly that I think most people cannot comprehend. So you have to reach deep inside and hone that adaptability skill. If you can do that, you'll be okay. If you cannot do that, you're gonna be in for one wild ride that might not end up as good as you want it to be.
Yeah. So do you feel like Chase wasn't able to adapt?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it was his fault. It was that life dealt him a bad hand. So if your mind is not all there, how can he be adaptable? The adaptability is just gone.
Yeah.
It's wiped out.
It's just nowadays, the world nowadays, it's just seems like that there's a lot of young people who are not able to adapt and even worldwide, I think there's increase in young people taking their own lives, and it's never like a easy thing as a parent. But for you as a parent and going through this, I know that you talk about change, and I know you were kind of like in a place at one time when it happened. What would you say to, I guess, other parents that maybe are going through the same thing that you guys went through with Chase? I mean, is there something that you can say? Is there something you feel like you can advise them to do, or if they're going through that same journey kind of thing?
The key thing is you adapt by saying to yourself that, hey, Chase wouldn't want me to be sad. He would want me to carry on and be happy. So I carry him with me every day in what I do. And now I got to live twice the life because I'm living for him and me now. So basically, it's now the parents' duty to live twice, to live two lives, to live as twice as intensely as they can, because now you're living for your lost ones, and also to know that they would want you to be happy. So that's the two things. They would want you to be happy and not sad.
Yeah.
Obvious. Number two, they are with you, and now you get to live for two people. You get to live double the intensity. So go out there and live. So that's what Chase taught me to do. He taught me to live. Make every second count. So I'm living for him and me, and I'm making both of us happy.
So you made this, the reason you made this film is because you wanted to tell his story.
I wanted to tell this story as accurately as I could, and also add a little magic dust in there, so it doesn't land so hard. It's gonna be a, and I don't know, maybe it's true, maybe it did happen, but the
name of the movie?
The name of the movie is, guys, it's sad every time I say it, is If This Is Goodbye, which was a song that he wrote that is the theme song of the movie. He was a great songwriter, great musician, kind human being, and a person with immense character. And I love him, I miss him. And I'm hoping that this movie is gonna transcend a good message to everyone. And it's a healing movie, not only for me, but for anybody who watches it. Because it's you gotta watch it. I had a little niceness and beauty to it that made it.
Yeah, it's
Made it a nice landing.
It's only been actually a year, right? Since Chase passed. A little over a year now.
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. And so some people might say, oh, why are you making a movie? It's so soon. What was just honestly, I think you're paying a tribute to Chase, which I think is great. And I don't think you have to explain to anybody.
It's just everybody grieves in a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess anybody that grieves try to get healed, at least as much so that they can function. Well, with me, my creativity heals. So by doing this, it may seem counterproductive. It may seem crazy, but it's actually healing me, and I gotta do it now. That's the difference. If I do it later, I might not want to do it because it'd be just too much, too hard. But now, even though I have to go into a dark place, I'm there anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not reversing too much. I'm already in a dark space, so I might have to revisit some of the making the movie, because I'm actually acting in it, and as myself, and sometimes it was very challenging, but in the end it was healing when you really think about it. And now I'm editing it, so I'm going to revisit it again. So repetition heals, because the law of diminishing returns. That's where your first bite of that beautiful meal,
the second one is good, but it's not as good as the first.
Yeah.
And it gets smaller and smaller. By the time you're eating your last scoop, you think, oh, that was good, but man, I'm kind of full. I don't want to eat. And then right? So that applies to grieving too.
Yeah.
If you can grieve, you can cry. Every time you cry, it's going to be less severe.
Yes.
Every time you grieve, it's less severe. Time heals. Your brain is smart. But the law of diminishing returns also, it diminishes the hurt.
Yeah.
That also, so I'm going to relive it with the movie, with the editing, and just natural, how the brain just goes, the memory just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And
Everybody heals. I gotta say, everybody heals in a different way, but I heal in a creative way.
Yeah, I think I think that's totally true what you said. People deal with things differently, and everybody should be honored for dealing with it their way. So, I mean, if there was ever did you ever have any kind of regret about, Chase, maybe? Was there ever any kind of regret that you would have?
Oh, I just wish I spent more time with him. I think that's natural. Everybody, if I knew this was going to happen, I would spend every day with him. I would, I feel guilty. There's a lot of things that I could have done to prolong his life, but I'm thinking,
Maybe not.
maybe not. Maybe if I did, it might end up worse.
Yeah, you know.
Because when the doctor told me, in the emergency room, he said, maybe we should respect his wishes. Well, I want to say this. Chase took his own life, but it was a long process because he went in a coma for 32 days. And at the end of 32 days, his body was almost healed. They reset his broken arm, his broken legs, broken ribs were healing. Everything. He looked like he was just sleeping. And then the only thing that didn't reconnect was his brain. He did not reconnect. He was declared brain dead. So I didn't notice, but in the hospital, when somebody's declared brain dead twice, they have to have two doctors within a 24-hour period. Two different doctors within a 24-hour period. If they both come to the same conclusion, then it's mandatory that they turn off life support in 4 hours.
Is that just in Hawaii or it's...
I don't know.
Okay.
But it was...
Hawaii is...
I don't know. But it just freaked me out. And but Chase was an organ donor. So because the OR, the operating room, was so busy, they had to keep him fit and alive and well for the next 48 hours. So we had that grace period to call friends and family to say their goodbyes.
Yeah.
So I got we had 32 days to say goodbye to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I never hugged him. I never kissed him. I never touched him and spoke with him so intensely. In those 32 days, was just like in the last 27 years. He was 27 when he passed. 32 days was more than I talked to him in 27, touched him and hugged him in 27 years.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
So yeah, it's just the thing that we're talking about. Things happen for certain reasons and we don't know explain it. And Chase stayed there.
Yeah, because I think about it, I see the news, I see if all the other people, how people lose their children in war, boom, they're dead, they're with them, or exploding, they can't even find their bodies, they're missing, they get kidnapped, and, there's so many worse ways to die.
Yeah.
Dying is bad, but there's so much more worse ways to die.
Yeah. So you're editing this film now. When do you think you're going to be? And then what's the expectations with it?
I'm so surprised and happy because my first film took about 7 or 8 months to edit. I didn't edit it. The director edited. the film. The second film, I edited some of it, but then I had to get a professional editor to clean it up. That took, I would say, 6 months, about the same amount, 6, 7, 8 months. The third film, Joy and Death, Jeff took about 6 or 7 months. This film, because I have now the experience and knowledge, I decided I'm going to edit it from the very beginning, and I told Jeff that too. And I started editing 18 days ago. 18 days, not even 3 weeks. I am on scene. By the end of today, it will be 70, which is about, what is that? That's just a little short of halfway through. Okay? 18 days.
Wow.
I'm not going to be finished.
Yeah.
But by the time I'm finished with it, it's more than a rough edit. It's, like most movies, they do a rough edit. It's really fast. There's so much more they got to do. Well, I'm a musician, so I can score it as I go. So, and I work on it day and night. That's all I do. I eat, I edit, I sleep. I eat, I edit, and I sleep. Sometimes I forget to eat. Sometimes I sleep very little. So that's for the process. And I've gotten quicker, and I almost can see what's going to work in a scene or not. I can see it very quickly. Some scenes take a long time, but other scenes, we can't use that. No, with the camera, no, we can't. This would be a good, yeah. And
So you're adding editing to your list of talents too. But you just said earlier that it's you're doing things and you learn things along the way, and all the experience that you had allows you to be the right time to edit your own project and something that's so personal to you.
right. It's amazing, and I'm enjoying it so much. But look,
I know. It's just amazing to me that you're doing all of this stuff on your own, because when you have a movie, because your movie, it's a feature length, and you have a regular movie and you have so many different people doing all these different parts of it, and you're actually taking it on yourself, which is, wow.
well, it's joyful,
Yeah.
and it saves a lot of money.
There is your dad coming in there
Yeah.
through this, yeah.
And it's with Chase.
Yeah.
He is smiling
Yes.
up there.
So what is your biggest thing that you want for this movie?
You know what? I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
When I walked Mikey around the block, and I thought, I don't even have to release it. Nobody has to see it. It can go from there all the way to, I hope it becomes a blockbuster. I hope it's a sleeper. I hope it becomes an Oscar winner. It could go run the gamut.
Yeah.
And any place that it hits, I'll be happy. And Chase will be happy.
See, it's the thing where it all goes back to what we were talking about, to be accepting whatever comes along the way, or accepting change, or adapting to whatever it is. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to see it or who's going to know about it. Or, I just totally believe in the serendipity of everything. Yeah.
And more than that, no expectations.
Yeah.
If you want to be unhappy in life, just have big expectations. And then maybe one out of a million might be happy, Some people with big expectations get it. But guarantee, tiny, tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah, but if you switch the word from expectation to motivate, I could say motivation, because people have dreams. People have things that they want to do, which you could say is an expectation in one way, because with expectation, it comes with certain energy.
To be motivated is great. My motivation is to finish this film the best quality that I can possibly do in honor of Chase's legacy.
Yeah.
That's my motivation. there's no expectations of what happens after that.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if you expect, if your motivation is to make it a Oscar-winning movie,
Yeah, that okay. I could be upset. You might be disappointed in that way.
I'd rather be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So then, aside from finishing this film, which you're like way ahead of
time.
time. What are your future plans, or do you have any at this point?
My future plans is to search for inspiration
Yeah.
so that they can incubate and tell me what the next thing is going to be. And you know what? I think I'm tired of saying that's my last movie. I really think that what's going to happen is I'm going to find all this inspiration from all kind of places, all kind of people, all kind of experiences, right? And it's going to incubate. And one day, when I least expect it, boom, the next movie. I got something to say. They'll come up with something I gotta say, and the next movie will be born. So that's my life, and I feel I'm very thankful and blessed that I can do that, because a lot of people that do not really have the opportunity to do that, and I'm just happy and thankful, and hopefully I can keep on going like that until the last day.
Well, it's just really, I'm just sitting here talking to you when you're talking about the inspiration, the things that might happen. And, there's a certain energy about that, and you're putting it out there. And I'm looking forward to what you're going to be doing next. I mean, of course, this movie when you finish it, but yeah. And just so, I don't know if you can, excited for you, excited for Chase, excited for what's happening, whatever it is that is going to happen. So.
Yeah, I got to thank you, because I didn't think this interview would be touching all these different points.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. I get interviewed by a lot of people, but usually it's just surface.
Yeah.
And this is kind of deep. You touched a whole lot of my life, and
you are I'm grateful that you're willing to be vulnerable in front of me, and talking about things that are quite sensitive, but also this is your amazing life journey that you're going on, and it hasn't stopped yet. And so telling, stories, telling people's stories and telling your stories. I'm
hoping that your viewers take something from this inspiration. This conversation. Sorry. So I hope your viewers take something from this conversation that we had that will help them in their journey in life, because that's what it's all about. Otherwise, you're wasting time. I mean, there's something about just killing time that I don't like to just kill time.
Right. So then this comes to this portion of my show, which is called the wow. So wow meaning your wow, meaning your words of wisdom through your whole life and all these experiences that we've talked about today, and a lot that we haven't talked about today. But what is your wow that maybe you can share with the audience? Stuff that you've learned, things that you just need to tell or need to share.
It's simple. Let's keep it really simple.
Yep.
Just live. And say to yourself, no matter how many times you have to say it, just keep saying it to yourself. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you're angry, when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're drunk, when you're having sex, say to yourself all the time when you just remember 3 words. Life is good. Life is good. And then when you keep saying that to yourself, you start believing it.
Yeah.
It'll be your perfect illusion. It'll be your greatest adventure. It'll be everything for you. It'll show you how to adapt. It's going to show you where to go, who to talk to, what to do, what alley not to walk by, and when to change direction. And it will tell you all that. You just got to tell yourself, life is good. And then somehow you're just going to find the joy. Life is good. Life is good. And the final thing that it's going to make you do is to live.
Yeah. So, there we have it. Life is good, right?
Life is good. Whether you believe it or not,
Well,
life is good. And just say it to yourself. Say
it to yourself.
Brainwash yourself.
Yep.
Life is good.
So thank you, KK, so much for sharing your time with me and sharing with our audience. And I really appreciate it. And thank you for stopping by on this episode of Old Asian Lady. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.